our pump on. Those of you that are running a March Serpentine belt system, they come with these standoffs. You can't torque them by intake manifold bolts in one end and then put it right on. And now I can torque these. That was easy. Hey team, welcome back. Episode 16 of our engine rebuild process. If you're new, check it out. This is how it all started. Broke a lifter, wasn't pretty, had to take the engine out, and now we're rebuilding it. So today we're going to put the water pump in, and for those of you not used to Pontiac motors, there's basically two types of water pumps, before 1969 and after 1969. The middle of 1969 is weird, which is my engine, but you basically have an 11 bolt water pump or you have an 8 bolt. The 8 bolt are pre-69. In 69 they had two different lengths, a 4.5 inch and a 4 inch, blah blah blah, doesn't matter. Water pumps are typically universal as far as the way you put them on. You want to make sure they're well gasketed and installed correctly. So today we're going to talk about a cooling trick that you need to be aware of if you have a Pontiac, especially if it's an 11 bolt water pump. So here's an 11 bolt water pump. And the trick is in the back. This is a flow cooler water pump. Flow Kooler makes really cool water pumps and makes many different models. Check out their website, but this is for Pontiac. The trick is they come with a divider plate which goes in between the water pump and the timing cover, and it looks like this. Actually, it doesn't look like this. It looks like plain steel when you get it. I coated this with Por 15. If you're not aware of Por 15, check out this video of where I painted this. It's the best rust preventative, and it looks killer. So anyway, when I pulled this out, the whole top portion that's exposed between the timing cover and the water pump was rusted. It looked disgusting. So I was gonna just hand paint it on, and I decided to spray it, so sue me. Anyway, the big deal about the flow cooler pump and the divider plate is the clearance between the fan, the blades, and the actual cover. The tighter it is, the better, because you get more positive flow. So we're going to go through installing this today and what you need to be aware of. So let's get going. So besides your water pump, you're going to dig into your gasket set, and you're going to pull two gaskets. Obviously these are for the 11 bolt. There's an 8 bolt version that does not have the divider plate. So the 11 bolt has a divider plate, so you need two. One in between the divider plate and the water pump, one in between the timing cover and the divider plate. Get yourself some ultra black RTV. We're going to use that today. Some anti-seize on the bolts. In your gasket set, there's two little rubber washers. They actually go in these sleeves, and don't forget, and if you don't have these, you have to get them. But the old one you can pick out with a pick, and then put the new one in, and there's an edge on it. See that edge? That edge goes on the top side here. So as I put it in, like so. So I'm going to go to the block real quick and show you how to prep, because as soon as we start putting our TV down, we don't want to miss any steps when we put it on the engine. So see you in a second. Okay, so back at our block, this is where the sleeves go. So sleeves go in here. There's the other sleeve. The water gets pushed in here and goes up into the heads and out the back of the heads. You also need to put your studs in. So I already have one installed. You can screw them all the way in. Not a big deal. So now when we put the RTV on the gasketing, and we're going to do it on the workbench and then put the whole thing over the bolts. Makes it really easy to hang it on there, and then we'll start putting our bolts in. Alright guys, so back at the bench, what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat really lightly this side of the gasket. I'm going to put it on the block, coat that exposed part of the gasket, put our divider plate on, coat this side of the gasket, put it over the divider plate, and then coat this area of the water pump or the gasket, I haven't decided yet, and put the water pump on. So here we go. Alright guys, you saw I made a last minute decision. I'm going to go ahead and wipe that excess off just in case. Go ahead and put our pump on. And we'll get some bolts started. Just to keep it hanging. Okay, you're going to want to put a little bit of anti-seize on these bolts because this is aluminum. These are stainless steel. It depends on what bolts you're using, but definitely with stainless steel, because stainless steel and aluminum don't like to work together sometimes, and they'll gall. I also have a March Serpentine belt system, so only a few of these bolts are going to remain, and I'm going to use some temporary bolts just so we can torque this down and have the RTV set up, so I know which bolts go where. It's basically the top 4, which have washers on them, and this bottom one here. So if you guys are using a March system, this is the exact way you put it on. And I highly recommend the March Serpentine belt system. Makes it really clean look and easy to change a belt if you need to. So this one I didn't put any on. Here are my temporary. I know my bolts that are temporary do not have washers. And I know I'm missing one. I'm only putting 10 bolts in. Not a big deal. Don't freak out, guys. Just, I know what's going on. Just gonna finger tight. Make sure we're nice and level, evenly seated. Those of you that are running a March Serpentine belt system, they come with these standoffs that you put on our studs. And the standoffs, you can't torque them. So what I do is I put one of my intake manifold bolts in one end and then put it right on. Actually, this one goes over here. And now I can torque these. This side of my pump for some reason is offset. I have to use some washers to make sure the standoffs are the right distance. And now I can start torquing all these bolts. So these are all torqued to 15 pound-feet. that was easy. So while we're here, before you let everything set up, you can actually wipe off some of the RTV. Like I wiped it off the top, so when you can look at the engine, you can see that nice shiny black divider plate in that. But you also want to make sure your pump fan is not interfering with that divider plate, remember? Because another trick you could do if you have a stock water pump is you can actually bend that plate to be closer, but a lot of people might mess that up, and if you bend it too much and it touches the fan, you're in trouble. So make sure you check that. But we are good to go. So thanks for hanging out for episode 16. Hit like, please, and subscribe if you haven't already, because we're almost done with the motor and we can put it back in the car and start rolling again. So thanks again, and you know the drill. Build them fast, drive them faster. See ya.